What if I told you that those small, frustrating trips, catching your toe on a rug, stumbling over a doorway threshold, or shuffling your feet, aren't just about getting older or being clumsy? You've probably been told to just be more careful. Watch where you're going. Pick up your feet. You try to. But that moment of hesitation, that little stumble, still happens. It's frightening, and it can shake your confidence to its core. But here's the truth no one talks about. That stumble isn't a failure of attention. It's often a neurological disconnect. After 60, the signal from your brain to the small muscles that lift your foot can get a little sleepy, a little delayed. The brain and body's step confidence has weakened, not from age, but from disuse. We stop trusting our body's ability to clear an obstacle. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple, safe drills, but more importantly, I'll explain why they work on a deeper neurological level to reawaken those forgotten pathways and send a clear, powerful signal to your body. It's time to lift, to clear, and to step with confidence. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let's begin. What is the one muscle responsible for lifting your toes so you don't catch them on the ground? It's the tibialis anterior, the long muscle on the front of your shin. For many of us, this muscle has become forgotten when it's weak or the nerve signal is slow. Our foot drops, leading to that dreaded toe drag or trip. This seated drill is the safest, most direct way to wake that muscle up. It's like flipping a light switch on. For your lower leg, you are reactivating the very muscle that gives you step confidence and ensures your foot clears the ground with every single step you take. The how instructions: sit tall in a sturdy, firm chair, not a soft couch. Sit toward the front edge with your feet flat on the floor, knees at a 90-degree angle. Keep your heels firmly planted on the ground. Slowly lift both of your toes and the front of your feet as high as you possibly can. You should feel a strong activation in your shins. Hold this toes-up position for 3 seconds. Slowly lower your feet back to the floor with control. Don't just let them slap down. That's 1 rep. Aim to do 10 to 15 slow, controlled repetitions. To make it easier, lift the toes of just 1 foot at a time. To make it more challenging, do this standing up while holding onto a kitchen counter or the back of a sturdy chair for support. You're not just lifting your toes, you're reactivating the very muscle that protects you from catching your foot and falling. This next drill is a direct neurological rehearsal. Think about that moment of hesitation at a threshold. That isn't just weak muscles, it's your brain second-guessing its ability to clear the obstacle. That doubt creates a neurological loop of fear. and hesitation. This drill is the antidote. We are going to intentionally and slowly practice the very motion of stepping over something. We're not just moving our leg. We're retraining the brain's step pattern and sending a clear, powerful signal. I am capable of lifting. I am still in control. We are rebuilding neuromuscular trust. Find a sturdy, heavy chair, one that won't slide, and place it next to you for balance. Take a small rolled-up towel or a yoga mat and place it on the floor in front of you. This is your practice. Threshold. Stand tall, resting one hand lightly on the chair for support. Slowly, and with great exaggeration, lift your right leg, bend your knee high, and just as importantly, lift your toes up toward your shin. Pause for a second. At the peak, slowly step over the towel, placing your foot fully on the other side. Now bring your left leg over, using the same high knee, high toe lift. Turn around, using the chair for support, and repeat the process back. Do this 5 to 6 times, slowly and with purpose. To make it easier, start by just lifting your foot and tapping the top of the towel without stepping over. To make it more challenging, use a slightly higher but soft object, like a small cushion or a yoga block, the re-anchor. You're not just stepping over a towel, you're rebuilding your brain's trust in your body's ability to clear the path. Don't just happen when we're walking in a straight line. They happen when we're distracted, when we get bumped, or when we're moving sideways, like stepping over a threshold and into a room at the same time. This is a loss of lateral control. For most of us over 60, we almost never practice moving side to side, so the muscles and the brain pathways for it go dormant. This drill reawakens your hip stabilizers, specifically the gluteus medius, which act like your body's personal gyroscope. It trains your brain to respond, not panic, when your balance is challenged from the side. Next to a long, sturdy surface, like your kitchen counter or the back of a sofa, rest your hands on it lightly. For balance, stand tall. Shift your weight fully onto your left leg. Slowly, lift your right foot off the floor with control. Step your right foot out to the side, just a comfortable distance. Tap your toe to the ground. Then slowly bring it back to the center. The goal is control, not speed or distance. Feel your left hip muscle, the one you're standing on, working to keep you stable. Repeat 10 times on the right side. Then shift your weight and repeat 10 times on the left. To make it easier, don't lift your foot at all. Simply tap your toe out to the side and bring it back, keeping it very small. To make it more challenging, loop a light resistance band around your knees to add resistance. As you step out, the re-anchor. You're not just stepping sideways. You're building a 360-degree safety bubble that protects you from unexpected stumbles. As a health educator who has worked with seniors for years, I want to remind you, consistency beats intensity every single time. You don't need to do these for an hour. The power is in the daily ritual. Anchor these drills to something you already do. For example, place that rolled-up towel from drill 2 by your bathroom door. Practice stepping over it 5 times before you brush your teeth. Practice the Seated Shin Awakener from drill 1 every time you sit down to watch the news. Or wait for your tea to brew. Listen to your body. Movement should be about awareness and connection, not ego or pain. If you feel any sharp pain, stop and rest. Now, who should be cautious with these movements? If you have severe balance issues, if you've had recent foot, ankle, knee, or hip surgery, or if you experience uncontrolled dizziness or vertigo, please check with your doctor or your physical therapist before starting. They can help you modify these safely for your body. Take a moment right now and feel what you've just done. You didn't just do some exercises. You invested in your independence. You reclaimed agency over your health. You sent a powerful signal to your muscles, your nerves, and your brain that you are still in control. Too often, we're told that shuffling, stumbling, or feeling unsteady is just part of the deal. But what you did today proves otherwise. You are not fragile. You are not done. You are simply learning to move smarter. If you found this helpful and you're making a commitment to yourself, leave a comment below and write, "I am reclaiming my confidence step." Please share this video with someone you care about. Strength and confidence grow when we grow together. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more ways to stay strong, steady, and independent. Stay curious, stay consistent, and keep rising.